Good evening, everybody. Are we there? Are we there? It's 20 past 10. I apologise that I am about an hour later than I expected to be, but don't blame me. Blame either the BBC or Paul McCartney, one of the two. I don't think we know which. But this is a Paul McCartney Glastonbury live watching party. Thank you all for joining. So I just want to be absolutely clear what's going to happen here so that nobody's confused. I am not broadcasting the concert, but you will be able to see just in the corner of my screen where I am, where I'm watching, where I'm up to, because there's always a little bit of a delay with a YouTube live stream, and the fact that I'm on the iPlayer, that's got a tiny bit of delay as well. So if you want to sync yourself to where I'm up to, you'll be able to see exactly where I'm up to on the screen. So this is going to be fun, I hope. Paul McCartney headlining Glastonbury, 80 years old. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's a little bit scary. I am slightly concerned about the reception that he's going to get on social media tonight. What I have got, and what may appear on screen either all the time or some of the time, is a Twitter feed where I've done a search for Paul McCartney, and we'll be able to see actually live what people are saying about the concert. Now, I don't know whether I'll stick with that or not. We will see. If people want me to, I will do. I'm also not going to be talking non-stop because I want to watch the concert. You want to watch the concert. So I'll just be chipping in now and again. I'm not going to be talking non-stop through this because I don't want to spoil it for anybody and I want to watch it myself. So thank you to everybody who's been knocking around for a while already now. I was ready to go at 9:30 if the feed started then, and it turned out that it didn't. It was really confusing as to what was happening. But it will be on BBC One at 10:30 p.m, which you can either watch obviously on your telly or through the BBC iPlayer. There's also the iPlayer channel itself, or the Glastonbury channel on the iPlayer. Excuse me while I crack open a beer. It is Saturday night after all. I'm going with a Sandringham Golden IPA that I picked up when I visited Sandringham, one of the Queen's houses, a few weeks ago. So that's what I'm kicking off with tonight for the Glastonbury coverage. Matthew says, any advice where US fans can watch? As far as I know, I don't know the details of how you do this, but if you can figure out how a VPN works, my understanding is that people have managed to do it. Some people say you need to prove that you have a TV license. I don't think that's the case. You don't even have to do that in the UK through the iPlayer. Martin, you wonder if there's a delay in case Paul's voice doesn't hold up. I wonder whether there'll be some songs not broadcast that it does. I don't think the broadcast is going to last as long as his live show is going to do. So something's maybe not back. If they're going to cut anything out, I hope it's something like Maybe I'm Amazed, because that's the one that, you know, people really wonder whether or not he can carry off these days live. So we shall see. I am having a little drink, Alex. It's Saturday night after all. It's Paul McCartney at Glastonbury. Why wouldn't I? Cheers, everybody. There are rumours of a couple of very special guests. Just rumours. I don't know. We've just been having a bit of a chat about it, and some guesses are: could it be Ringo? It would be. We know that there's the I've Got a Feeling section where they've got John's isolated vocal from I've Got a Feeling synced up on screen. We could have Paul, John and Ringo playing together tonight. That would be cool. We also know that Olivia Harrison is at Glastonbury. Is Danny, her son, there? Could Danny get up and play guitar on I've Got a Feeling? And we could have Harrison, McCartney, Lennon and Starr all playing together. Speculation. But we can wonder, can't we? We can wonder. How are we doing on the broadcast? Oh, they're just showing some cricket news on the news still. So we're still a few minutes away. Don't forget that, as I was saying, there'll be a little delay between what I'm watching and potentially what you're watching. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to pause and try and get in sync. You can see where I'm up to, or whether you just want to be a bit ahead of us. That's entirely up to you, of course. Lila, thank you for being very active on the chat so far tonight. Glastonbury on Andrew's picture, now showing Macca after the cricket. Is that what it said? I wasn't looking at the screen there, but good. McCartney after the cricket. Excellent. Well, we've got a lot of people here. 262 people watching. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's joining. Just as a reminder, I'm going to keep saying this a bit at the start because there'll be people probably joining who won't have heard me say it, that I am not broadcasting the concert, okay? But you will be able to see where I'm up to with that little visual. It's just on the news before the concert at the moment. But that's just to help you to sort of know where I'm up to. And they've just shown a little clip on the news by the looks of it. Interesting. They've not actually just cut straight to the gig, have they? It's just, yeah, they're showing it on the news at the moment. You should be getting that through on your screens, I think. That is just BBC News ahead of the concert. So like I say, I'm not broadcasting it, but you'll be able to see where I'm up to, and you'll be able to sort of watch it in sync with us. I should maybe write a message on screen about it. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I probably should, but I haven't. People are going to have to work that one out for themselves, I think. I'll say it a few times before we start. Hi, Dom. How you doing? Dom from Get Strumming. If you want to know how to play ukulele, Dom at Get Strumming is the man. He's got all sorts of great tutorials for ukulele playing. Oh, they're showing some Sergeant Pepper characters on the news at the moment. This is a nice little warm-up that they're doing on the news. Bit of Noel Gallagher now. I watched Noel's set earlier. It was quite funny how he kicked off with a load of his solo stuff. And even he was saying, like, one more and then we'll start the show with the Oasis songs. And he knew what people were there for. But once he was doing Half the World Away and Don't Look Back in Anger, then that was absolutely rocking on Noel's show. Really enjoyed that. It's kind of weird that Noel's live but Paul isn't, says Formula Carl, especially since Noel actually swears more. Yeah, true. I think it's the performers themselves, isn't it, who can say whether or not they want it to be broadcast. I think the Stones did that years ago. They were quite strict about what they wanted showing and what they didn't. So Dirty Soul Monkey says nearly 300 watching. Smash that thumbs up. Yeah, good plan. Good plan. If people want to hit that like button, that would be really great, because that sort of tells YouTube to show other people the video. That would be good. They really are hammering the Glastonbury news, aren't they? On BBC News at the moment. Interesting. Noel wasn't live. How do you mean, Phil? He was live when I was watching it. Hey Mark, thank you for joining from the USA. I don't know whether you're able to get a feed of the concert from somewhere to watch along with us, but otherwise it'll just be a little bit of visual in the corner only, just to see where we're up to. Minestrone are watching the weather. Squally showers tomorrow. What a great word squally is. Squally showers tomorrow, but it seems to be dry at the moment for Glastonbury. Paul didn't want to be playing in the rain, did he? Not at his age. You can't be out in the rain at 10 o'clock at night when you're 80 years old. Hi, William. Noel was brilliant. I agree, he was very good. Unfortunately, started drinking, thinking McCartney was right after. Oh dear, you've gone in too early. Hobbain, did anyone see the Prince Andrew flag? I didn't see the Prince Andrew flag. Was it a good one? Some of you know I was in Liverpool a couple of days ago, and we went into a pub called Ye Crack, which is the pub that I think John and Cynthia started dating in, and John used to go in with Stuart Sutcliffe. Real old backstreet pub. And there's the first thing that you see when you went through the door was a big poster of Prince Andrew, and it just said nonce at the top. It was quite funny. And there was a photo of Sean Lennon in there. He was in there a couple of months ago. So that was good. There's a photo of him stood at the bar. That was good. Blockfrog says, where can we watch the live feed? Well, if you're in the UK, you can see it on BBC One or on the BBC iPlayer. If you are not in the UK, if your country's not showing it, then it's down to whether or not you know how to work a VPN or not. There's not a lot I can do about that. I certainly can't go broadcasting it, otherwise this would just get shut down straight away. I'm probably even pushing my luck a little bit, showing this little visual in the corner, but I'm gonna persist with that and hope that it doesn't cause any problems. Okay, BBC One, they are just doing a little bit of weather and adverts of programmes coming up, so it looks like the BBC feed is about to start. those of you who are watching BBC One Live, it might have started already for you, but I've just got a little bit of a time delay. Some redhead punk is yammering about Paul starting now. Okay, fair enough. Okay, the Wimbledon advert. Wimbledon starts on Monday. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that. Well, I don't think we're far away now, folks. What song do we think Paul is going to start with? Let us know in the chat. What song do you predict Paul will open with? Last night at that gig in Frome, he started with I Want to Be Your Man, which was interesting. Maybe a little bit of a nod back to the Rolling Stones, who played at Anfield in Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, and they played I Want to Be Your Man, which I presume they pretty much never do. And Paul did that. Anyone expecting any surprise tunes, says Lila. I don't think I'm expecting any surprise tunes. We think there's going to be these couple of surprise guests, potentially. But I would be surprised if there's a surprise. That's fitting, isn't it? Temporary secretary, that would be a bold opener, wouldn't it? Can't Buy Me Love, I think, is a decent shout as an opener. I think Can't Buy Me Love, I think, is probably what I would guess. Although I love Matthew's idea of Bip Bop. Okay, now at my end, it's starting. The names don't get any bigger than Paul McCartney. Okay, broadcast starting at my end. Just a reminder, I'm not broadcasting the concert. You watch it at your end, however you're able to do that. And we're just going to chat and enjoy it together. As McCartney friends. Oh, friend. Joe Wiley. She's bigging him up, that's for sure. I wonder what Twitter is saying. Here we go. Here it comes, folks. It's starting. If you want to sync with me, then you will see where I'm up to on the screen. Here he comes, nicely suited. Anthony, you must be on BBC One. I think you're a bit ahead of me, are you? If you can already hear that he sounds great. Hello, Paul. What's he going to kick off with? He's on bass. Is it going to be Can't Buy Me Love? Good opener. Wow. He's sounding good. He's sounding surprisingly good at the start. I'm liking this. That's a nice Beatles style jacket he's got on there. The crowd got the words wrong. I'm really impressed with how his voice is sounding so far. Go on, Rusty. Oh no, it's Brian playing lead. Is it? Hang on, I got a bit confused. Oh, okay. It looked like they were both playing it for a second there. 5 on the crocometer. Well, that's better than the 9 I was expecting. Hi, Jelly. How are you? That is a really strong opening. Very impressed with that as a start. That's better than I was expecting. God, is that Heather Mills at the front? Surely not. Looked like her. Interesting. See if he can hold the voice up to that standard for the night. Julius Farm. Hey, Sheffield and beyond. How are you doing? Nice little deep cut for second song. Hey, buddy, we're on Junior's Farm at the moment. Just in the first verse of Junior's Farm. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter about this. Oh, shut up, Roger Nash. Silly man. Fantastic, what a legend. It's not bad on Twitter so far. It's not horrendous at all. I love Abe as a drummer. He's great. No, buddy, the opener was Can't Buy Me Love. Junior's Farm up next. Now. Yeah, Lima, he is surprisingly good so far. I think a lot of the crowd don't know Junior's Farm by the looks of them. Yeah, Colin, sounding good for 80. Amazing. Remember, you can see where I'm up to if you want to sync along to it. Or just watch ahead of where I am if you want. Entirely up to you. Cheers, buddy. See you later, mate. Real DRB are following from the USA. Saw him in Baltimore 2 weeks ago. Brilliant. Please, Paul, have a drink of water between songs. He won't, though. He won't. He never does. Junior's Farm sounding good there. Liking that. Yeah, this is definitely a good start. Two years ago, wasn't it? Haha, singing happy birthday to him. I don't think he was expecting that. That's nice. His speaking voice is sounding pretty good as well, not as wobbly. I wonder if he's had something done. Let it go. Which I can see because some of you are ahead of me, so. But that's interesting. He's gone quite deep with 2 out of the first 3 songs. Which I certainly wouldn't complain about if I was there. Yeah, Rusty's sounding good on guitar tonight. Oh, Chris, you got a nice 5.1 set up there. Excellent. Yeah, he's sounding good. You're impressed. I'm surprisingly happy with this so far. Oh, he's got a bit of a live brass section there. Excellent. That's good to see. He doesn't do that enough, does he? Hey, Sheffield and Beyond, if I had a 3-song wish, what would they be? Ooh. I mean, I'd like to see him do Pipes of Peace, No More Lonely Nights, and More Smooths in the Grey Goose. There you go. I love them 3. David, if you're talking about letting go, this is from Venus and Mars, 1974, 5, around there. Yeah, nice real horns, Lima, not something he does often enough. Hey, Pauline in Liverpool. Yeah, Paul gets great support on the backing vocals from the rest of the band, doesn't he? But he's certainly sounding better than I expected as well himself. Find My Way, Buddy Rowe. Well, it'd be interesting if one of the guests was Beck. They could maybe do the 3 Imagined version of that. My choice of beer tonight at the moment is a Sandringham Golden IPA. Captain Mike, I think you're asking for a little much there. I did wonder whether there's 2 people on yesterday, St Vincent and Crangbin, who both were on McCartney 3 Imagined. I wondered whether they might be involved tonight. Hey, Penny Lane, how are you doing? Brass get their own little solo. Silly love songs. I mean, has he done that? Has he done silly love songs in the last 45 years? I'm not sure. Go on, Abe. Yeah. Hi, Blast from your past. How are you doing? Hey, Maxter. Glad you watched. I guess the brass will... the brass will also come in on... Come On To Me, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think Silly Love Songs might be a bit high and his range. What's coming up next? Got to Get You Into My Life. Excellent. Oh, of course, the brass for that as well. Sorry, that was dad dancing, wasn't it, there? Hey Tyrone, what do I think? I'm impressed so far. I was worried, definitely, but it's sounding pretty good. Let's see what's happening on the old Twitter. Everything is terrible, but I'm watching Paul McCartney. My heart feels better. That's nice. If I'm honest, I think I'd have cried had I been there. It's pretty positive on Twitter. Brilliant. Yeah, this live brass is a great addition. Spending some of his state pension on a brass band. I mean, this could be the greatest set list Glastonbury's ever seen tonight, could it? Maybe? Hey, Scally. Is Mrs. Dixon a Beatles fan? Not particularly, to be honest. Yeah, some rock band visuals there on the screen. Oh, that looks great on the screen behind. Anybody who's been to the Got Back tour, did they do that? Rock band visuals? Yeah, Lima. Abe is great. Fantastic. Right, what we got coming up next? Blast Free Pass dancing around the kitchen. Okay, Scott, I will make sure that I let you know what the songs are. Will do. Come On To Me. Just starting. And I guess the brass will be on for this as well. It's sounding really good. I keep saying it, but I'm surprised. Hey, Lalo, yeah, it's great. I'm really impressed. Okay, John, you couldn't tell from where you were. Yeah, fair enough. Anthony, I'm expecting my Valentine tonight, but we'll see. Yeah, Blast Free Past, it will be behind. iPlay is a little bit behind BBC One, and there's always a bit of a delay with the YouTube stream as well. Anyone know what the weather's like in Glastonbury? It seems to be pretty decent from what I can see. You're happy with it, Martin, so far? Excellent. And Mike as well. Hey, Debbie in California, how are you doing? Yeah. Free as a bird. That would be a turn up, wouldn't it? I hope he does in spite of all the danger. Hey, John, I hope he does dance tonight. Not expecting it, but I hope he does it. second time they've done a little instrumental break. Not instrumental, but music out. Oh, kids are up on Twitter watching the set. Yeah. This is definitely pretty favourable on Twitter tonight. Hi Paul, odds on them doing the duet with John? 100%, I think. Nice little bass riff there. Are we all enjoying it, folks? Yeah, that was good. I mean, I was kind of the opinion that I've seen Paul for the last time, but this is making me think I want to go back. If he's this good again. The sun's setting over Glastonbury. The jacket's off. No more wardrobe changes. Where are we going next? Let me roll it. I'm guessing they might go into a little bit of Hendrix after this then. I am wearing a Bob Dylan t-shirt tonight. Yeah, I didn't really think this through, did I? I didn't know until fairly recently that I was going to be doing this. I asked people over on Twitter, should I do this? And they said, yeah. 96% of you enjoying it. The rest of you, why are you here? You're very welcome. Let's end that poll. Paul's won that. I do like this Les Paul that Paul uses. Hey Marcio in Brazil, how are you doing? Hey, is that Liam Gallagher there? Yeah, he's getting a lot of help with the backing vocals, but he's still sounding pretty decent himself. Hey Martin on the dodgy hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah, down at the Barns. How can you not enjoy this? Hey Anthony, chances of Noel coming out. I did wonder about whether Noel would appear. Be interesting. Yeah, let me roll it. Yeah, he's doing. Is this the third Wings song so far tonight? Let's update this Twitter. Someone on Twitter says, is it me or is the sound off? Can hardly hear Paul McCartney. That might be deliberate. I don't know. Yeah, this is unpopular opinion, but not a fan of Paul McCartney. Okay, thanks for telling us. Yeah, it's pretty favourable. It's not the absolute horror fest I was expecting, fearing. Noel and Paul Weller to do Come Together. Ah, reunion of the Smoky Mojo Filters. That'd be good. I think we've had more Wings than Beatles so far, haven't we? I think. I'm guessing they're about to go into a bit of Foxy Lady or something now, like they usually do. Could be wrong. Yeah. Here's the Jimi Hendrix section. Oh, Macaron lead. Oh, Blast from the Past. You can hear Paul's vocals much more prominent on standard definition. Okay. Usually the other way around. Rolling Stones not at Glastonbury this year, John. No. It's must be 10 years or so ago now since they did that, wasn't it? Nice bit of lead guitar from Paul there. Very good. I guess now is where we're going to get Paul's little Jimi Hendrix story. Again. I didn't know Foxy Lady until Wayne's World, if I dare admit that. Here comes the Sergeant Pepper story, I bet. Here we go. I'm just listening to Paul's Jimi Hendrix story for the 50th time. Hey guys, just doing a bit of a chat about Hendrix at the moment. I'll let you know what the next song is. Oh, he's going into some detail here. Oh. Somebody having a bit of trouble in the crowd? Somebody not well? Or is somebody causing trouble? One of the two. Somebody not well, I don't think. Interesting. All good. I've never heard him go into this detail before. I'm just listening I'm engrossed in Paul McCartney's story about Eric Clapton. Anyway, where they're going next? Here it comes. Getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, I'm not going to sing. Sorry. I was there the first time he performed this in the UK, in Sheffield, and I started crying. 2003, I think that was. Hey Marcus, Paul doesn't sound as bad as you were expecting. That's all we can, as much as we can hope for. Hi Kieran in New Zealand, how are you doing? I love Getting Better. It is one of my absolute favourite Beatles songs. Let's see what's happening on the old Twitter. Paul McCartney blowing me away now. What a legend. People are slating Paul McCartney and I just don't get it. Yeah. It's going well. Very good. Yeah. Good positive feedback. Hey, we've got over 300 people watching. Thank you, everybody, for joining this. Hope you're all okay tonight. Hey, David, you were at the Sheffield gig too. The one that was rearranged after he cancelled? No, I was there the night before. The one that went ahead. He cancelled the day after I was there. You could tell his throat was going towards the end of the night when I was there. Yeah, Matthew, Getting Better has some candid and heavy lyrics. It's of its time, isn't it? You wouldn't write a song with these lyrics now. Hey, Ben, how you doing? My good friend. We're just enjoying Macca. As hopefully you are too. No wonder Paul is playing guitar on this. Yeah, I guess some songs are probably harder to sing and play bass on, aren't they? Let Brian do it. I'm guessing from the comments that Paul's about to head over to the piano. You're a little bit ahead of me. That was great. Enjoyed that. Fantastic. He's absolutely, he's rocking it, isn't he? It's Paul tonight. Sebastian, I don't think we're ever going to get any major changes to his set list now. It is what it is. If it is about to be let him in, as I assume it is from what you're saying, I wasn't expecting this. Yeah. Now, there'll be a lot of people watching who'll be thinking, this is the song off that People's Postcode Lottery advert. It's not a McCartney song. Well, it is. He's claiming it back. So far he's played bass, he's played lead guitar, and he's on piano. He's sounding really good here. He's exceeded my expectations. He is very clean, Scally. Scally, did you notice that big Liverpool flag in the crowd? Yeah, Moz, again, Wings 74, 76 is loving that era tonight. Well, Anthony, that's a big question. I'd love him to do it, but I just can't see it happening. Yeah, John, I think we've not had the acoustic guitar yet, but yeah, Bella, his voice is holding up really well tonight. Sister Susan. See what's happening on the old Twitter. Let's give it a bit of a refresh. Come on. Here we go. So cool that Paul McCartney did a cover of the Postcode Lottery theme tune. I knew that was going to be there. Nice to see Paul McCartney paying tribute to the Postcode Lottery adverts. I thought it was the theme of the Postcode Lottery. And people would not know this. And time to retire, says Cheryl. Miserable Cheryl. Very good. Oh, of the brass band come out. Yeah, the brass are back out. Brilliant. Don't know yet, Marcus. Don't know. Congratulations, Ben, on being able to get access to your TV for this tonight. Hey, Dom. Oh, man, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I knew your dad wasn't with us anymore, but I didn't know about that. Time with Glastonbury. Hope you're loving it, Dom. Yeah, let him in works. This has been a good choice. Yeah, Blasphemy Past. Broadcast till 12:30. I'm guessing this will be on till about midnight, and then there's maybe half an hour of chat and whatever. Yeah, all live, Colin. Paddington at the Palace. That was amazing. I loved that. There's more chance of the Queen being in Coronation Street, though, than Paul McCartney doing the Frog Chorus tonight. Yeah, he's got a bright future, Moz. Very happy with this. Very happy with this so far. Sorry, I'm just going on Twitter. There we go. I'm done. I'm finished. There we go. I'm back. Hey, Ben, no worries. No worries. It was a last-minute decision this afternoon. I thought, ooh, Should I do a live stream tonight? Oh, otherwise I would have told you yesterday that I was going to do it. Glad you enjoyed it, Dom. Right, where's next? Oh, it looks like... Right, he's staying on piano for My Valentine. I'm assuming we'll have the Johnny Depp visual on the back. Would he have dropped that if Johnny Depp had lost the court case, I wonder? Yeah, there's Johnny. Here's Johnny. There'll be people going, oh my God, Johnny Depp's on. I bet there is. I bet if I look on Twitter now, people will be going on about Johnny Depp. Look at this. Is Paul McCartney going to play any songs anyone knows tonight? Rubbish, going to bed. What an idiot. Very good. Hey, Pavement. Same set list as the European tour. That must have been a few years ago now. Hobbin, who's the guy on bass? He's really good. It's a bit dark on stage, but I'm assuming that Brian Ray is on bass. Yeah, Winter Taylor would be good in the acoustic set. I don't think he's done that live yet, has he? Thank you, Tyrone. You've had a busy night tonight, haven't you? Blimey. For those in other countries who wanted to know what Paul's playing, because you can't watch it, I presume you've seen It's My Valentine on at the moment. Oh, Blasphemy Past. I've absolutely no doubt that we'll see that John Lennon duet. It's going to be the big sort of talking point of the concert afterwards, I think. I've not seen too many people talking about Johnny Depp compared to what I expected. Are we going 1985 next then? Oh yes, 1985. Fantastic. I'm hoping this gets a spectacular ending to this song. So it seems the main complaints from people on Twitter are about that he's doing all songs they've never heard of. Whereas if you're a McCartney fan, these are the songs you want to see him do. Good question from Jimmy Nicol. How is the VPN going for those outside the UK? Are you managing to watch it okay? Yeah, David, it's been 70s has been very well represented so far. But where's the 80s? Where's the 90s? We need more of that. I love this song. P.S. Love Me Do. My goodness me, that was a low point, wasn't it? Paul, please have a drink of water after this song. It's getting a bit croaky. And so am I. Yes, Tom, the band the Beatles could have been. Absolutely. Off the Ground side 2 in full. That'd be something, wouldn't it? William, shame we haven't got McCartney 3 represented in the current set. Yeah, there's not been anything, has there? Surprising given the success of the album. Yeah, Sebastian, he is. It's getting a little bit croaky and some of it's a bit of a struggle to get up, but he's doing well. Here we go, building up to the big ending. Well, we are at my end anyway. Yeah, again, the complaints on Twitter are people who don't know the songs. Well, that's your problem, innit? Wix is doing the multi-instrumental thing there. Very good. Enjoyed that. Okay, you're saying he's going to be doing Maybe I'm Amazed next. This is the one where if it's going to go, this is the one. I mean, it's my favourite McCartney song of all time, but I just don't think he should be doing this live anymore. This exposes his voice too much, I think. Okay, it's his greatest song, but this is a misstep, I think. But when everything comes in, it sounds better. It's when it's just him and the piano, it's leaving it too exposed, I think. Nice solo from Rusty. Yeah, it's mixed reaction to this one on Twitter, but not too bad. is getting into it further into the song is better, I think. It sounds better when it's the fuller band song behind him. Rob, absolutely agree there. He's singing the second half better than the first half. I agree with that. Ooh. You got some of the high notes there, nicely. But still, a lot of the issue is that he won't have a flipping drink of water between songs. It's crazy. I mean, I get through pints of water in gigs. I just have to, and that's only singing backing vocals. Bella, you think he's better than Rod Stewart at the Jubilee? I missed that. It was when I was away in Spain, but I heard it was pretty crap. Whoa, that was a high note he went for there. Wasn't expecting that. Maybe I'm amazed. Yeah, Ben, Billie Eilish. There was definitely a lot of non-live vocals going on, weren't there, last night? I did specifically watch out for a brother, though, as you suggested to me. Yeah, Blasphemy Past second half was better, but if there was one so far to maybe shy away from, I think that was the one. So I think he's only done 2 Beatles songs so far, is that right? Can't Buy Me Love and Got to Get You Into My Life. Is that the only 2 he's done so far, or have I forgotten one? Let me know. Oh, acoustic guitar's out. Here we go. Where's he going? Could it be Blackbird? Could it be Yesterday? I've just seen a face, potentially. So does he play the full intro to I've Just Seen a Face then, when they do that? Oh no, he leaves it to Rusty. Okay. Oh, getting better, yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So he's certainly done more Wings than Beatles so far. You'd love Noel to come on and duet You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. Yeah, because that's... obviously that's a John song, isn't it? But it is one that Noel's done. Decent version of. Has he ever... I'm trying to think what McCartney songs Noel's covered. Helter Skelter. And I can't think of any others offhand. Yeah, Anthony, the Beatles songs, yeah, of course, they're going to come later on, no doubt about that. Moz, I like the way you've capitalised the end. Oh. Yeah, Ben, I did say earlier on that I was wondering whether St Vincent and or maybe Khruangbin might come on and do their 3 imagined songs with him. There's some guests apparently rumoured. I don't know what they are yet, but... Yeah, I Am the Walrus, yeah. Again, another John song, though. I'm trying to think... There's only Helter Skelter I can think of as a Paul song that Noel or Oasis have done. And there must be some others, but I can't think offhand. But yeah, Ben, I would like St Vincent to come out. I enjoyed her set yesterday. That was pretty good. That was good. I've just seen a face. Blasphemy Past, you've been disappointed with Glastonbury. Hardly anything decent. I thought Crowded House were good yesterday. Haim were good tonight. Noel was good. Oh, it's taken us back through the mists of time. To a time they called the 60s. That's what he said on Trip in the Life Fantastic, wasn't it? Oh, this could be... Is this going to be In Spite of All the Danger? I hope it is. I hope this is going to be In Spite of All the Danger, but could go in some other directions. Oh, Kevin, that you are a gentleman. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, Abbey Road. Oh, could it be Love Me Do then? Maybe they're going to be going to. Let's say it for George Martin. So for those people watching abroad, he's just talking about when they went to EMI Studios for the first time. I think he's going into Love Me Do. Yeah, Love Me Do. Here it comes. He's telling the Love Me Do story about the harmonica at the moment. Moz, that's Moz requesting no spoilers. I can see the benefit to the viewers in that. It seems Dave Grohl is there, says by Monchoston. A popular guest for Paul. I know a lot of people don't like Love Me Do, but I'm a big fan of this song. Hey, CJ, thank you very much. You are very kind. Thank you. That's very good of you. Thank you. This is upbeat, isn't it? This is a good... I mean, can you imagine if John was still around? John wouldn't be singing Love Me Do, would he? I don't think. Whoa. Oh, Wicks on the old harmonica. On the gob iron. Craig says must be near the 60th anniversary of the recording of this. Yeah, well, we've just passed the 60th anniversary of their first version that they did with Pete Best, which was it 6th of June? And I think the actual version was recorded early September 62, so we're not far off. Hey Trash, do I think we'll bring John on the screen? Absolutely. I'll be astonished if they don't do that tonight. Absolutely astonished. If one of the special guests is Ringo, might they bring Ringo on stage for that and have Ringo, Paul and John together? That would be great. This is a great version of Love Me Do. I'm enjoying this. Nearly finished. Yeah, Lex, Dave Grohl on Band on the Run could well be. I think it was the first time Dave Grohl played with Paul live at Anfield in 2008, and they did Band on the Run that night. Wicks and Macca have been together longer than any of his marriages. Yeah, I mean, Wicks has been with him well over 30 years now, hasn't he? Is Brian 67? Wow. Amazing. Hi, Julia. Well, I'm watching on BBC iPlayer. There'll be a lot of people watching on BBC One as well. Are you in the UK, Julia? It might be difficult if you're not. I've got a bit of Beatles screaming going on. Oh, he's got the mandolin out. He's going to be doing Dance Tonight. I'm a big fan of Dance Tonight. It won't be Something, Lima, because that's on ukulele. This is a mandolin that he's got. I really, really enjoy Dance Tonight. Typical simple McCartney. Hey John, is this song list any different to US Tour? It's very similar. There'll be some little differences. Not having been to the shows, I've not got that set list ingrained in my head, but it's very similar. Oh, that's a nice bit of accordion from Wicks there. He still goes into that falsetto really nice. He can still do that. What's happening? Massive cheer from the crowd. Oh, is it because Abe's dancing? I think that cheer was for Abe dancing. What's Abe doing? I like the video for Dance Tonight as well with Mackenzie Crook as the postman. Very good video if you've not seen it. Look at Abe go. I think Abe's getting the biggest cheer of the night. People are loving Abe on Twitter. Make Paul McCartney's drummer famous. Would be a twist if Paul McCartney's drummer is actually God. Brilliant. Very good. Well, this is nothing short of pure unswerving joy. I agree. I'm going to give that one a like. There we go. I better check these 16 notifications on Twitter at some point. Thank you, Abe. Yes, very good. Biggest cheer of the night for Abe, definitely. Oh, he's back on acoustic guitar now. Abe is probably the best drummer he ever had, says James. Quite possibly. Oh, he's Blackbird, it seems to be, from what you're suggesting. He's had a quick drink, has he? Oh, good. Okay. What are they cheering for now? Or is it just general McCartney cheering? Blackboard! Yeah, Blackbird sounds pretty decent. Because, again, the voice is exposed like it was at the start of Maybe I'm Amazed, but it seems to be coming across a lot better than the start of Maybe I'm Amazed. Lex, the Queen. Yeah. Forget the mobility issues. Get the Queen out for Her Majesty. There's some Love for Memory Almost Full out there, which is great. I've always said I love that album. Great album. I think when you think about the fact that Bob Dylan hardly ever plays guitar live anymore, the fact that Paul's still got the dexterity in his fingers at 80 to do this is great. I'm really impressed with this. Penny Lane, you know who's special guest as well. Don't tell us, please. Don't tell us. Let's find out for ourselves as we go along. But looks like you're happy about it anyway, so that's good. Hey Claire, how does it compare to 2004? His voice was in a much better place then, but this is holding up really well, I think. Just the start of Maybe I'm Amazed was a bit of a wobble. Hey Julia, no, nothing from Ram yet. I'm not expecting anything from Ram, but Paul McCartney holding the audience in the palm of his hands at 80. Well, I can safely say that is the biggest load of nonsense I've read tonight. Paul McCartney was to John Lennon what Andrew Ridgeley was to George Michael. Absolute rubbish. That's somebody looking for attention. Very good. I think I've just seen who the guest is as well. I've just seen who the guest is. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, the Queen's there. Hello, Your Majesty. So what's this story he's doing here? Oh, is he going to start talking about John now? Moretti, folks, in case you're wondering. It's here today. Here today. Oh, that's nice and cold. I thought to bring an ice pack with me to keep my beer cold. Okay, let's have Here Today. See if he keeps it together here. Hey, John, do I think he could do She's a Woman? I think he might struggle a bit. Cheers, James. Yeah, I'm definitely behind. If you're watching live on BBC One, I know I'm probably at least a minute or so behind that. At least a minute behind. Hey, Woodland Goblin. I'm not in the USA. I'm in the UK. And I don't have my beer warm. Hey Patrick, I don't have a link for Sweden, sorry. I like the version of this on the Amoeba gig, where he actually does kind of break down singing it. Oh, Claire Cider, nice. I bet this is another one that people are complaining about that they don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, I need to be careful now because Twitter is starting to reveal who the guests are. I'm going to turn Twitter off. I'm going to turn that off because it's just revealed who the guests are. You may or may not have seen. Yeah, just the voice just broke a little bit at the end there, but I don't think that was a bad thing, to be honest, because it's like the fragility of the song, isn't it? And the subject matter, you might break up a little bit, so I don't mind it there. Oh, he's going to the Magical Mystery Tour piano now, is he? I wonder where he's going next with this then. Is it going to be You Never Give Me Your Money or something like that, maybe? John, I'm guessing that I think there's some newspapers starting to say, because this is an hour behind live, and probably people who were there have been tweeting it as well. I don't have any links, sorry, Hashim. If Denny's there, I'll give you the money myself. Yeah, it won't be Denny Lane. What's he doing? Is it going to be Queenie Eye or something? I don't know. Oh, he's doing new. Wow. I was not expecting this song. I don't think I would have chosen this on the set list. Oh, okay, fair enough. Interesting. Does he do this song live often these days? I wasn't aware that he did. Yeah, William, the guests are all over Twitter. Yeah, that's why I've switched it off, because I've seen who they are. Hi, Hashem, which is your favourite Beatle album? Which is your favourite McCartney solo album? Favourite Beatle album? Sgt. Pepper, I think, is the greatest album ever recorded. Favourite McCartney solo album? Ram. Yeah, John, I'd like something from McCartney 3, definitely. And I would have had Queenie Eye before this, William. Yeah. This is the biggest surprise of the night for me so far. This is the first song where I'm thinking, really wasn't expecting him to do this. I did this in Baltimore recently. Okay, fair enough. Favourite song so far? Asks Claire. Good. I think just the surprise at the start of Can't Buy Me Love of just how good he sounded was my highlight, because I just wasn't expecting it. Yeah, people are quite rightly saying, why is he not doing more stuff from Ram? Don't know. Maybe vocally it's quite tricky. Don't know. Yeah, that was a surprise choice, I think, for Glastonbury. Where's he going to go next? Where are we going next? Come on, let's... Lady Madonna. He's changed the way he plays that a little bit. That's not how he normally plays Lady Madonna. It's a slightly sparser arrangement of it, I think. Abe's having fun again. Oh, channel news. I've just noticed that during this feed, I've just gone past 9,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. New subscribers tonight. There must have been about 40 of you today. Thank you. I hope you stick with me. Oh, nice bit of sax there. Nice. Lovely bit of sax. Yeah, CDM. He definitely does have a few different kind of versions of Lady Madonna that he does, doesn't he? But this is... I don't think I've heard him do it exactly that style on piano before. Thank you, everybody, for your 9,000 congratulations. Was that... That was... Oh, okay. I just noticed Florence Griffiths Joyner. And did I see Shelley Ann Fraser-Price in the background there as well? Basically, female athletes. Very good. I do like my athletics. Hey, Storytime, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. That was good. That was good. Good Lady Madonna. I enjoyed that. I'd like to see him do Early Days from New. I think that would be good. Oh, he's back on bass. Hello, Argentina. How are you doing, Jose? Where's he going now, then? Yeah, Greta Thunberg. She was out. I saw her on stage earlier, just before Haim played. You want all the faves, Aunt Mimi? I'm guessing you'll hear a lot of them towards the end. I'm guessing there'll be some to please you soon. For you! I'm going to do a little poll for this. I'm keen to know. But I'd rather hit the road. Okay, a little question for you that I've just sent through. Oh, they're playing the video in the background as well. Ah, interesting. 2/3 of you have said yes so far to Do You Like For You. I wasn't sure it'd be that high. I like the song. I think it's a good kind catchy song. I remember saying to my daughter, when this came out, I played her it. She was about, I think she was 20 at the time when it came out. And I said, what do you think of this song? And she said if it was somebody like One Direction, she could imagine it being really popular and a big hit. But she wasn't sure that it suited somebody in his mid-70s. David, this song is from Egypt Station. It's quite a controversial song in his canon. One of the most controversial, I would suggest. I think they've missed a trick here. They could have used a sample of that really high sped up vocal, and they could have played a sample of that at that point, and they didn't. I would have included that, I think. Maybe he doesn't like using samples. Okay, I'm going to end that poll there with almost 2/3 of you saying that you're like For You. Okay. There's a lot of setlist chat going on, I can see at the moment. I'm happy with how non-Beatles centric it's been so far. That's it's going to change towards the end, I'm sure, but I just wish there was more 80s, 90s. I don't think we've had anything from the 80s or 90s yet. And that's the big gap for me in his set list. Yeah, David, it's the "For You," which, especially when you hear the studio version, it doesn't always sound like "For You." It sounds like a bit like something else. Hey, Trash, happy birthday for tomorrow. I wonder if he'll do birthday. He might do that a little bit later on. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, Here Today. Here Today was from the 80s, but it's not enough, is it? It's not enough 80s. My Brave Face. Wanderlust. Take It Away. Tug of War. Pipes of Peace. No More Lonely Nights. Coming Up. We could have Coming Up. Might happen, but... Okay, looks like some of you are saying that we've got Mr. Kite coming up next. Yeah, Lex, I agree. There's nobody else in the world, I think, who can miss out so many huge hits and it not even be noticed. Yeah, Calico Skies. I love the live version of that they did. Mr. Kite. Interesting. Captain Mike, I don't believe he's ever done No More Lonely Nights live. To my knowledge, he never has done. Yeah, Temporary Secretary would be great. And of course, he has done that quite a lot live over the last few years. I'm not absolutely sure that Mr. Kite works. I don't think this is a highlight of the set so far, to be honest. But I guess the sort of circus theme fits Glastonbury, doesn't it? Yeah, this isn't my highlight of the set so far. I love the song, Mr. Kite, but I don't think this works. I wonder whether they've actually cut anything out yet of this broadcast, seeing as it started an hour late. Or have they actually pretty much shown it uncut? Kevin, he's done Strawberry Fields, Give Peace a Chance, Help. He did a medley of those. So, yeah, he's done a few John songs. Look at Abe go. Abe's loving it tonight. So I'm seeing suggestions that they've actually not broadcast the I've Got a Feeling. That's a shame if he's done it and they've cut it. Oh, the uke's out. Must be something next, is it? Let's hear it for George. And I think Olivia's in the crowd somewhere. Well, probably at one of those stands at the side of the stage. I'm sure she's not in the crowd with her wellies on. How are we doing for time? Okay, it's nearly midnight. This broadcast's on till 12:30. So we've got half an hour left on this broadcast. I wonder if there's some rights issue with broadcasting the Get Back footage. I wonder if that's what it is. If Disney have got exclusivity, I wonder if they said you can't play it on BBC. Maybe. Shame. Okay, we've got something on the ukulele now. Hey Matt, I'm sure you'll get to see this online somewhere soon. He sounds good on something. Voice is holding up nice. Yeah, David, 10 minutes of Hey Jude, definitely. You know it's going to happen. I've got a feeling it's an encore, you think? Okay, well, I hope they do show it. I hope there's no rights problems in showing it. I like the bass on something. Okay, all right. We've maybe are going to get I've Got a Feeling then, hopefully. You're welcome, Matt. No worries. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Hey, Greg, how you doing? BBC America, do they show Glastonbury? Don't know. Oh, George on the screen. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. That's got me. That's got me, that has. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Oh, sorry, folks. That's got me. Wow. Wow, that was good. I love it when Paul and George love each other because too often they didn't. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you, Woodland Goblin. That's just... I didn't expect that to happen. Wow. Damn you, McCartney! Damn you! You've done it again! Ah, oh, dear. Oh, wow. That's the highlight of the night, without a doubt. That was superb. Okay, get a grip, man. Come on. In this next song, you're going to sing for us, okay? Well, it's not Hey Jude because he's on bass. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be next? Dum 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 dum. Obladi oblada. There'll be no tears during this one. Oh, this could be a very good sing-along. La 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 la. I thought he was going to stop for the chorus and let the audience sing it, but he hasn't done. Oh. Oh, blah, da, life goes on. Well, James, I'd love to see Pete Best come on, but if he did, it wouldn't be to do the drum solo on the end. I think if he was going to come on, then Love Me Do would have been the one to do it for. And you know what? I think Pete Best would be up for it. If he got asked, he would do it. Do you know what? That would be immense. You talk about what would be the best guests he could have on stage. If he but if he brought out Pete Best now, I don't think you could top that. That would be incredible. Pete Best did wish Paul a very happy birthday on Twitter last week. Pete doesn't seem to hold grudges, not publicly anyway. No, Pete's not coming on. He's asking for more money. Okay. Yes, I think the spoilers are out now, aren't they, about the guests. Anybody who's been watching the chat, I think, has struggled to avoid that. Hey, CDM, you just finished the best book you will ever read, probably. Amazing. 100 quid for Pete Best. Ooh, could get him for 50. We can't be too far away from the Encore here. There's only 25 minutes of this broadcast left, unless they overrun. Well, this has sounded good. Paul's sounding good again on Obladi Oblada. Hey, Tony, I don't know if there is a way, unless, well, VPN is the answer, but I don't really understand how that works. But if you can get one of them set up, apparently you can do it through the BBC iPlayer. Pete Best's not coming on. I'm not having this. Ooh. A song they've never done live before, he's saying. Oh. Oh. What's this going to be? Oh, okay. It's the out of college section of You Never Give Me Your Money. I know they did that last night in Froome. I mean, he used to do the very slow version of You've Never Given Me Your Money on the piano, didn't he? Hey, K-up. I can't have any sound on this because this video just get taken straight down. I think if I did that, I am probably pushing it with putting the visual in the corner of the screen. I might even get into a bit of trouble for doing that, but we'll see. I hope this doesn't overrun because I really, really need to go to the toilet. VPN must have a different meaning to what I grew up with. I can think of VPL, but I'm not sure what VPN is. Interesting. Cheers, Tyrone. Yeah, Carl, no, I'm going to leave it up and I'm going to leave the stream up afterwards because there might be some people who catch the show later who would like to sync it along with this. If there is, then it's there for them. Oh, Vivian, you've got a bit of Attenborough instead. One of the few British people who ranks in stature alongside McCartney. This sounds good as well. She came in through the bathroom window. They found another £10 for Pete Best. We must be nearly able to afford him. Losing streams, brilliant. Hey, no worries, Tony. I don't know how it works, but hopefully this is giving you at least a bit of a flavour of what's happening. I don't think you can hear this anyway. You can't hear this concert on my stream, can you? We're 2 hours in and I'm asking the question. I don't think you can. That was good. That sounded good. Where's he going now? Get back. Right, okay, so we've got get back footage here, so there shouldn't be any problem doing I've Got a Feeling. Oh, thank God for that. Thank you, everybody. I just thought, oh God, have I been broadcasting this for 2 hours? Am I gonna get arrested? Yeah, God help anybody who stood behind them flags in the crowd. Oh, there's some great footage on screen now. Oh yeah, Bella, the 4K UHD. I watched a bit of Billie Eilish in 4K last night and it looks incredible. Michael, no, he's not done She's a Woman. I don't think... Does he ever do that? I'm going to have a little look on Twitter, see what folks are saying. Because so many people have said who the guests are, I don't think it's a spoiler anymore, so I'm bringing it back up. Paul McCartney doing what other octogenarians can't do. Brilliant show. Not watching it because it's not my kind of music. Got to say, good on Paul McCartney for doing it at his age. Brilliant. Why does Paul McCartney play Beatles songs no one has ever heard of? What? Hey? There's no such thing as Beatles songs that nobody's ever heard of. Dear me. But that's, again, it's looking pretty positive, is that? Very slick performance from Paul McCartney. Yeah, very good. Okay, cool. Let's hide the old Twitter again. I want to get back, Paul. I want to get back, Paul. Yeah. We must be just about at the Encore. Gemma, that's nonsense, by the way. Thank you. Gemma has had the grumpy pills. What else have I missed in the chat? Let's have a look. Yeah, imagine me getting arrested like in the Get Back movie. The police coming in. You can't show this BBC broadcast. Yeah. He's just thanking Peter Jackson for his Get Back work now. Oh, he's got a little surprise for us. Is this going to be one of the guests? Mr. Dave Grohl? Hey, Dave Grohl is in the building. Nice. I love how much Dave loves playing with Paul McCartney. You can tell he just absolutely loves it. Oh, Heather Mills again in the crowd there, in the yellow coat. Hi, Dave. Hi, Paul. I saw her standing there. Brilliant. Oh, was Paul... I don't think Paul's mic was working there at the start. Oh, interesting, Matt. This is Grohl's first public appearance since Taylor passed. Is that right? Wow. Okay. Yeah. I was hoping that Paul would get announced on the bill for the Taylor Hawkins concert at Wembley. Go on, Dave. There's one for the Americans. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Brilliant. It's not far off, is he? I don't think Dave's mic's working very well either. Hey, Gareth. No news on a UK tour at all. I'd expect some dates just before Christmas, maybe. Heathen Mills. Hey, thank you to everybody who's subscribed tonight. There's been quite a lot of you. I hope you stick with me because I do a lot of Beatles related nonsense, and you're very welcome to stick around for that in future. Oh, John, did he not do this at all on the Got Back tour? Okay. They need to sort these microphones out on this song. They just keep cutting out. Hey, thank you, Machiel. Thrillington Vinyl. Awesome. It's a fun album. Mozart, the singing I Saw Her Standing There. Just about finishing it now. I'm guessing Dave's going to stick around for another. He does like to play Band on the Run with Paul, so I wonder if he'll stick around for that. Oh, just seen in the chat, some people are saying Band on the Run. Is Dave going to stick around for that one? Nice one, Dave. Hello, Dave. He's just said that Dave flew in for this especially. Oh, is that right? Has this been pushed back till 1 a.m? Is that definite? That's interesting if it has. I can't last till 1. Oh. Thank heavens for downstairs toilets, eh? Oh, we've got another surprise for us. From the East Coast. Mr. Bruce Forsyth. Springsteen. Bruce. Interesting. Are they going to do Glory Days then, like they did in... yeah, interesting. Okay, well, you'd have thought the last person in the world who actually needs to do somebody else's songs is Paul McCartney. Okay, so they're doing Glory Days. I don't understand why they're doing a Springsteen song. I mean, Bruce could do I Saw Her Standing There. Well, okay, fair enough. Oh, Pete Best pulled out. I don't think we're getting Pete Best tonight, folks. Yeah, CJ, I don't quite understand it. I mean, get Springsteen on, fine, great, but I don't think they need to do a Springsteen song. They didn't play a Foo Fighters song when Dave Grohl's on. Is Dave Grohl gone? Or is he still on stage? I'm assuming Dave Grohl's gone. Sue Cook's pulled out. Very funny, James. I like it. Do you want us to take out Sue Cook? God, no. Dave's gone. Right, okay. Dave Grohl flew across from the United States just to do a 3-minute song. Yeah, it would be great if Ringo came out. So Dave Grohl and Bruce Springsteen had been mentioned in lots of tweets. There was no mention of Ringo. So I'm guessing Ringo isn't going to be there. Oh, so did Dave leave the stage at the same point that I left the stage then? That's maybe why I didn't see that. Phantom Raspberry Blow. We're really getting the 1970s references here, aren't we? Yeah, it could be that Paul might have asked for this song. This might be his favourite Bruce song, maybe. Ringo is on tour, but I think a load of his gigs were cancelled because of COVID. I'm not going to look on Twitter to see whether Ringo appears. If he appears, it's going to be a surprise. I'm guessing Bruce is going to stick around a little bit then, because I know he played in, was it the MetLife Centre? Was it in near New York? He did the end, didn't he? He did the Abbey Road ending. I bet Noel would like to appear, but I'm guessing he doesn't. Hey, COVID, it's still around, Carl. I've just had it myself last week for the first time. Paul's just saying how Dave and Bruce flew in especially. Woodland Goblin, you're not a fan, are you? I can tell. Oh. I want to be your man. Yeah, they could have had Ringo on this, couldn't they? Ringo could have sung it. I wonder who's doing the really high vocals there. That was interesting. Could that be Abe, maybe? Yeah, Trash, a Ringo sung song, but definitely written by John and Paul. This song's had a good few weeks, hasn't it, with the Stones playing it in Liverpool? Yeah, Paul did this on the 93 tour. Was he doing it in the concerts, or was he doing it as sound check? Yeah, Mike, probably Abe. I think it is. Oh, 12:33 still going. Yeah, I think they've definitely extended the time on this. This is not finishing at midnight. Clearly, we think it might be going till 1:05. It sounds like. Is that the last of the guests then? Oh, Bruce has gone again then, is he? I think he'll be back on for the end, like he did a couple of weeks ago in America. Oh, he's on the piano. We're building up to a big finish now. Oh, Lex, Paul is now double the age of the city gent in the train scene in A Hard Day's Night. Really? I travel on this train regularly, twice a week, so I suppose I've some rights. Let it be. So some of you know I went to Liverpool a couple of days ago, and I went inside number 24 Lynn Road. I did the tour, Paul McCartney's Childhood Home. I played Let It Be on the piano in Paul McCartney's living room 2 days ago, because they said you can have a go on the piano if you want. So I got up and I bashed out a little bit of Let It Be. I also tried Sea Moon, but I got it wrong. I'll bet you're sorry you won. You're right, Paula. Dum dum dum. He sounds better on this than I was expecting as well. It's a little bit croaky, but overall, this has been so much better than I feared it might be. CDM, do I play piano? I can play Let It Be and I can play Sea Moon when I remember how to play Sea Moon. And that is about it. That's about all I can do. I do a bit of Imagine as well. I used to be able to play Hey Jude as well, but I can't remember now. Yeah, Long and Winding Road, Gareth. I'm guessing he's not going to play it, but he might do. Overall, tonight, I think he's absolutely knocked this out of the park tonight, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to really struggle, I must admit, and it's been so much better than I could have hoped for. Yeah, Mike, if he has got lucky tonight with one of his better nights, what a night to do it, because this is the biggest platform of all live. Is there a bigger festival in the world? I don't think there is. Gratitude is the Encore. Bloody hope not. Hey, thank you, Doug. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, technical difficulties at Live Aid. He got plagued with technical difficulties. He did as well at the Olympics. It all went wrong at the Olympics, and that was technically as well. Yeah, Dean, I'm still hoping for I've Got a Feeling. I'll be surprised if they don't play it. Well, Matt, is it the 500th gig? They advertised it as the 500th gig, and then they played last night. So is this number 501, actually? I don't know. I'm in mine. I think you're teasing us here. It's not going to be The Pound is Sinking, surely. It's going to be Live and Let Die. Oh, that's a funky little intro. I presume it's Live and Let Die coming from what people are saying. Oh, Doug, you've been to Glastonbury 3 times. I've never been. I don't know whether I'll ever get there or not. Live and Let Die. Nice little backdrop of London there. Expect to see some explosions. I wonder how many people at the moment are thinking, why is he doing a Guns N' Roses song? Let's get the old Twitter back up for a second and just see what's... Paul McCartney just embarrassed Noel Gallagher, made him look like a pub singer. Okay. The fact that such people as Grohl and the Boss are honoured to stand and play alongside him speaks volumes. I truly believe if Dave Bruce and Paul McCartney had been on the stage at the same time, the universe would have just imploded. Okay. Yeah, I think it's been very favourable on Twitter compared to what I was expecting tonight. And that's because of what Paul's done. It's been so much better than I expected. The best Bond theme, says Mark. I think it's definitely up there. Top 3. Can we please have no explosions near Paul? You can always guarantee that when something like this happens, that they're obviously, he's going to sell loads of albums off the back of this. It'll be interesting to see what albums suddenly start to do well off the back of this. The best place to look is the Amazon Movers and Shakers chart. I'm just having a look now, seeing if there's any McCartney appeared already. It might be a bit soon yet. But tomorrow it's going to be full of McCartney albums. It's already full of Noel Gallagher albums. Interesting. Yeah, loads of Noel Gallagher albums in the Movers and Shakers chart. Off the back of him playing just before Paul. So I think if I look at that in the morning, it'll be full of McCartney albums. Okay, it looks like we've got about 20 minutes to go roughly. But, well, that's for the broadcast. I don't know if it'll be all Paul. I hope they're going to do I've Got a Feeling soon. So is it Hey Jude next then, from what people are suggesting? Hey Jude, here we go. That's a decent start to Hey Jude as well. Sounds decent there. We're not... I'm guessing this is the last song of the main set. And then the encores will be after this. We're not into the encores yet, are we? Be interesting to see how long this song lasts. It's been going about a minute. I'm going to time this. See how long this one lasts. Stefan, you wonder if Paul is thinking of John at this moment. Sounds like a parrot. Oh, I'm going to get rid of it. No, you're not. It's the best line in the song. Yeah, Anthony, all the best. I adore All the Best. That was my introduction to him. It would be a good introduction for anybody. Wings Greatest as well. He sounds a lot stronger on this one than I was expecting. Ringo and Pete are having a punch-up backstage. Ringo's going, you go on Pete, and Pete's going, no, you go on Ringo. Oh, David, you know it's going to happen. You know that's where we'll be in 4 minutes' time. Not just the girls. No, all the fellas. I'm really enjoying the thought of Ringo and Pete Best backstage having a fight now. Oh, Michael, it was always going to be a Beatles heavy ending to the show. I hope we're not running out of time for I've Got a Feeling. That'll be a real shame if that's not a part of this show. And there's not been anything obvious cut out. I think this is the full show we've had, probably. Vic and Bob frying pans. Fantastic. When are we going to get the full Bob and Paul interview? They just teased us with little bits of it. Claire, Macca has been fab tonight. I absolutely agree. This has been really good. This is the ultimate sing-along, this song, isn't it? Here we go. He's going to be asking the ladies in a minute. Paula says, have they been showing projector images here? Well, they've had the screen behind going, if that's what you mean. Yeah, he hasn't done yesterday, has he, Kevin? Hey Dean, the broadcast started later than planned. Well, here we go. Just the fellas. It was on stage at 9:30, but they didn't start showing it until 10:30. But we didn't really know that. It was all a bit confusing as to what was going to happen. I'm in mind, let it go. It's not going to happen. Yeah, Michael, I think finished in about 15 minutes will be right. Just the ladies now. Just the ladies. I love this bass line. I think there was something on one of the Beatles' earlier takes of this that had this bass line. So it's been around since the 60s. And then kind of got resurrected for the live version later on. Hey, Mike, if he was doing Big Barn Bed in the sound checks, that'd be great. I tell you what, I mean, I've talked about this the other day that there's a big Paul McCartney documentary, been in the making for a lot of years. And Glastonbury 2020 was supposed to be the culmination of it, the end. And it's had to be extended to now. This is going to be a great ending to that documentary. Whenever it comes out, wherever it comes out. This is the man just on top of it. Man, this has been so much better than I dared to hope tonight. He's the best. He is the best, isn't he? Despite what Gemma says, this man's the best. I think we've been 8 minutes so far on Hey Jude. That was good. I mean, in a way, I don't ever need to hear Hey Jude again, but it's got to be there, hasn't it? It's got to be there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Paul has smashed it tonight, says Jonathan. I absolutely agree. Bella, I'm not saying those words. I agree with the sentiment, but I'm not saying the words. Right, okay, they're claiming this is the end. I think we've got an encore coming. Paul's knackered. I think Paul's a bit blown away by the looks of that. I think he's happy with how it's gone. Oh. Crowd are carrying on with the Hey Jude. Wow, they're going to be back on in a minute. Fantastic. Julia, you want a Blu-ray of this concert? That'll be good. He's trying to break up the brawl backstage. Pete Best and Ringo are having a massive fight. The crowd are carrying on with Hey Jude. Did he drink any water, says Paula? I think a couple of sips were noticed at various points. Radio 2 have ended with Hey Jude and then gone to Robert Plant. I did see Robert Plant yesterday. That was pretty good. So they're going to be back on in a moment, I think. I think Paul's just letting this Hey Jude sing-along ride out for a minute. Hey, you're welcome, Trash. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody who's joined tonight. It's been a lot of fun. This has been more fun for me than just sitting in front of my telly watching it. I'm glad I did this. Paul's back on with the Ukraine flag. We've got the Union flag. We've got what I presume is a pride flag. Now, at some of the concerts in America, Brian had been carrying a flag and I didn't recognise it, and he hasn't got it tonight. And I don't know what that flag was. There's got to be some Encore songs. I'm hoping there's going to be I've Got a Feeling. There's definitely going to be, I think, an Abbey Road medley at the end of probably Golden Slumbers, Carry That Way at the end. Yeah, probably not Give Ireland Back to the Irish. I don't think. Maybe Paul has a weak bladder, which is why he drinks nothing. Yeah. Well, I know all about that from about 20 minutes ago. What's this roadie doing? Roadie's trying to whip up the crowd. He's good. He's no John Hamill, but he's good. This is going to be I've Got a Feeling, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it. So he's telling the story about Peter Jackson saying that he could do I've Got a Feeling, isolating John's vocal. Here we go. This is going to be... That's a very subdued intro to I've Got a Feeling. This is one of my absolute favourite Beatles songs. Bit bop to end, Andrew. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh yeah. I assume John's going to be appearing in the next 20 seconds or so. Looking forward to this. This is all a bit subdued, is this one? We've just had Hey Jude, now we've got Subdued. It feels like it needs rocking up a little bit. This needs a bit more oomph, I think. Oh, don't amp me. Don't. No, I'll be all right here, I think. Because I know it's coming. It's a surprise that took me before. Come on, John. Come on, John. Yeah, man. It's clever, isn't it? It is clever, that. What must go through Paul's mind when he's doing that? Looking at John. That's Lennon and McCartney, for God's sake. Lennon and McCartney. Amazing. Yeah, really good. Yeah, that was good. I just wish it had a bit more oomph. Like I say, it just felt like it was holding back a little bit. Well, that's going to be the headline grabber tomorrow because, you know, those of us that have been following what's been going on the tour over the last few weeks know about that, but the general public aren't going to have known about that. That is going to be the headline. I'm guessing that Bruce is going to be back out on stage soon. Oh, he's back on bass. He's back on bass. Okay. Helter Skelter. Nice. Yeah, Suffolk Shaver. This is a song Charles Manson stole from the Beatles. We're stealing it back. Oh, I'm glad they're doing this. Come on, Paul. Hit them with it. Come on. I've just done this online thing that some of you might have seen. It's like it asks you loads of questions about, would you prefer this Beatles song or that Beatles song? And it builds you your own ranking of Beatles songs, start to finish. Helter Skelter came out number 3 for me. Yeah, Carl, I think if Noel was going to come out, this would have been a good one for him to have come on stage to. This is just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this man on stage now is 80 years old. That's 80 years old. Incredible. Wow. CJ, I'm gonna put something on Twitter at some point, probably tomorrow, about it. I'll post a link to the online tool thing, and I'll post my ranking that came off the back of it. I got asked about, I think it was 1,200 questions I got asked, to beware. It takes ages. It takes ages to do it. But it's fun. I'll post it on Twitter tomorrow, so anybody... I think my Twitter address is down there on screen. Come over and join the fun there. I know you'll see it, CJ, there. Yeah, David, phenomenal. It has been great, hasn't it? I tell you what, those people, and we all know them, we've all heard them, who think that Paul McCartney is the frog chorus and that he's not much else. I hope they're watching this and seeing this man do this. And I hope it shuts them up. Hey, James. I've listened to quite a lot of James McCartney, and some of that's pretty decent, but I'll be honest, I've not really listened to Danny yet. That's something I need to do. Tony, yeah, this Beatles ranking thing. I'm gonna post a link on Twitter tomorrow about that. It's quite a good tool. It just basically keeps bringing up 2 Beatles songs, and you just have to click on the one you prefer out of the 2, and eventually it manages to process them and rank the whole thing. It's quite interesting. It takes ages to do. Okay, that is Helter Skelter. What else have we got left? Surely we've got an Abbey Road medley to finish off with. This ain't going to be finished at 1:05, I don't think. Let's have a look, see what the... Does anybody know what the schedules are saying? Schedule's now saying 1:10 for the next programme to start, which gives us about 8 minutes. So we've got a little Abbey Road medley maybe. Hey Lila, there's nothing wrong with the Frog Chorus. I love it, but it's been a stick to beat him with for nearly 40 years now from people who wanted to. Paul's just thanking the crowd now. He's saying his good nights. Hey, well done, Pablo, on the sound. Good man. Well done, Wally. He's doing some good credits here. Last night of the tour, he said, interesting. So either they're not doing any more or anything later on in the year is going to be classed as a new tour. We'll see. The best crew on the planet. I love that bit in Despite Repeated Warnings when he says that and you hear the crowd go, best crew on the planet. Yeah, he's just said it's the last night of the tour. So, well, we'll see whether anything else comes along. My mind's not happy. You want Pete Best, don't you? And you're not going to let it lie. Hey, Dean, you're right. And it might still happen, you know. I might get into trouble for this, for showing that little bit of video down in the corner. But okay, it's going with Golden Slumbers. Sounds like we've got an Abbey Road medley to finish with. John, yeah, you know, there's been a few frogs in his throat, but overall, I think he's been better than probably most of us expected that he would be tonight. I tell you what, that Golden Slumbers that he just launched into, that sounded really good. Impressed with that. It does sound good on this. Did he have another little slurp before this one started? Which Danny album is that, Scott? I ought to look it up. Is that a recent one? I think the crowd have loved it, haven't they? Is that the live? Yeah, the brass are back out again. I'm glad they're not just leaving all the brass to Wix and his Casio keyboard. Nice little solo from Rusty there. Hey, Dickie, your favourite piece of recorded music ever? I think side B of Abbey Road for me is just the best thing ever put down. Crowd are having a good sing-along. Hey, Miguel, yeah, probably is. But this is what happens when you cover a McCartney concert. You get dragged into territories you've not been down before. I'm wondering, so is Bruce Springsteen going to come back on stage for this end bit as he did in New York? That sounded pretty good, the oh yeah, all right bit. Well, that's nearly him finished with the singing for tonight. Go on, Abe. No sign of Bruce yet. Hey, Mike, you saw the Elvis movie. I think I'm going to see that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Bruce is there. Much to the disappointment of some of the viewers, I can see. Yeah, some good little... Bruce is keeping it simple, isn't he? I think if you're going to rank the lead guitarists on stage there, I think you'd put Bruce in 4th place. Woodland Goblin's not happy again. I wonder why. Oh, Dave's on stage as well. Dave's back. I mean, that's the thing with this. They could just keep this going all night, couldn't they? Take it in turns and just keep going. So I'm surprised he didn't have any of the younger guests like St. Vincent or somebody like that who did 3 Imagined, who we know are in the area. I thought he might have had one of them on tonight. This is just going to go on all night, isn't it? Well, it's now 1:10 when the weather's supposed to have started on BBC One. They've had to delay the weather. I'm guessing this is the last song. That's a nice graphic they're showing at the back there. I'm not sure where that's from. Nice round of applause there from Dave and Bruce. Dave Grohl's wearing an ABBA top. I've just noticed he's wearing an ABBA jumper. Brilliant. Is that it? Is that the lot? Are they done? Be interesting to see whether they just cut the end of the programme or whether they have anybody talking about it at the end. I love that ABBA top that Dave's wearing. Take your bow, fellas. Take your bow. You've earned it. Absolutely earned it tonight. Paul will be back on stage. He ain't going to finish there. Yeah, I've got to go to bed now. Well, folks. That, as they say, is a triumph. They have cut straight to the end of the programme. No chat at all from the hosts at all. They've just cut straight to the end. That's interesting. They usually have a bit of stuff going on afterwards. Wow, folks, that has been quite a ride tonight. No surprises that I'm going to say that was so much better than I expected it to be. You know, I had my fears. I'd voiced my fears publicly. But by and large, I don't think that they came to pass tonight. I think that's the best I've heard him sound live in a long time. Whether that's a result of him taking more care of his voice lately or whether he's had something done, I don't know. But, I'll take these earplugs out now. But that was so good. Obviously, something with George was the thing that, wow, you know that got me, those of you that were here an hour or so back for that. That just completely took me by surprise. And I don't know what happened there. But that was superb. I'm so glad that so many of you have joined for this tonight because I really wasn't sure whether to do it or not. It was kind of would people want me blathering on while you're trying to watch McCartney? But I'm so glad that so many of you have joined and you've come and you've chatted. You've enjoyed the gig as a communal experience, which I don't think, does anybody bring people together in music like Paul and the Beatles have done ever. I don't think they have. So it's been wonderful to share it all with you because I thought I was just going to be sat through in my living room on my own for a couple of hours, just sort of sat arguing with people on Twitter who were having a go. And it's great that I've been able to avoid that and do this instead. So CDM says, let's get to 200 likes. What a great plan. I like the sound of that plan. If you want to hit that thumbs up, but if you've enjoyed this live stream, then that would be great if you could do that. Just all you have to do is just hit that button and it just tells YouTube that this might be a video worth recommending to other people. So I am going to leave this video up. That's if the BBC don't insist it gets taken down. It might still happen. But there might be people who come along who want to see it in future and maybe sort of sync it along with the BBC iPlayer broadcast, so I'm going to leave it up for that. So I would like to ask you, some of it, there's still a lot of you here, which is fantastic. What was your highlight? If I could just ask you a question, that would be great. What song was your highlight of the night? If you could let us know in the chat, I would love to see what you think. For me, it has to be something because, well, you saw what it did unexpectedly to me. Those of you that were here, thank you, Vivian. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks so much. You saw what it did to me, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Let it go, I'm in mine. It's not happening. It's definitely not happening. But come on, just let us know what was your highlight of the evening. I think for me, right at the start, Can't Buy Me Love was another highlight. Just hearing the fact that we've got Paul on a good night for his voice here. That filled me with so much hope for the night. Did that? So we've got Bruce as the highlight, Glory Days, Something. I've Got a Feeling is of course going to be a highlight for many people. You loved Helter Skelter, Christian, brilliant. Something, John and George together. Paul wouldn't go higher than a 5. He just wasn't paying enough for Pete, was he? Something's getting a lot of love. I think the John and Paul, I've Got a Feeling, is certainly getting a lot of love as well. Golden Slumbers for you, Anthony. Helter Skelter, The Boss. Certainly Woodland Goblin's not going to be saying The Boss. I'm pretty sure of that. Dance Tonight, yeah. Abe. Abe's dancing on Dance Tonight. Everybody gonna dance tonight. Everybody, what was he doing? He was giving it all sorts. That was fantastic. Great, yeah. Mozart, you loved Blackbird. Yes, Blackbird sounded good as well, I thought, tonight. Here Today, there was a lot of fragility in the voice, I think, in Here Today, but I think it worked. I think it suited the song, whereas on Maybe I'm Amazed in the first half, it was a bit of a problem. Jet? He didn't do Jet, did he? Did he do Jet? I don't think he did. I said, yeah, he didn't do Jet, one of my favourites, and he didn't do that. But, yeah, I mean, this man has left out so many number one records from his set tonight, and there's nobody else in history who can just leave out so many number one songs as Paul has done, and it hardly even register in your brain that that's happened. No, he didn't do No Values, Lila. What a surprise. That would have been a turn-up, wouldn't it, if he had? Pete Best's here. Pete Best String Vest is here. We were looking for you on stage, Pete, tonight. Yeah, Let Him In was great, wasn't it, James? That was really enjoyable, was that? Craig, you missed everything. You had an emergency. I hope your emergency's sorted itself. No, he didn't play Yesterday, did he? One of the biggest songs of all time. It didn't go near it tonight. 1985 was fab. Yeah, that was really good. He didn't do Angry from Press to Play. It's because he couldn't get Phil Collins on drums. Phil's still not happy about the autograph situation. And Paul said, if Phil's not going to come and play on drums, then I'm just not doing it. I think that's what happened there. Hi, Graham, you okay? You missed the George bit. What song was it after? I can't remember what song was before something. I can't remember what it followed. For me, if I was just going to sort of go the other way and say what didn't work, I wasn't massively a fan of Mr. Kite tonight. Thought it lacked a little bit. I thought I've Got a Feeling could have done with a bit more clout, but it was still great. So yeah, it's just been so good tonight. It's like Prince would say at concerts, I've got too many hits, yeah, and he's got nowhere near as many as Paul. Hey Jude, I thought he sang Hey Jude really well tonight as well, and it was, I know we can get a bit blasé about Hey Jude and say, oh God, not Hey Jude again, but it wouldn't have been the same if it hadn't been there, would it? I don't think. Brilliant. Yeah, the guitarist playing the solos at the end was brilliant. Didn't want that to end. It was good that Bruce and Dave came back out for that. That was good. I thought there might have been a bit more. I thought there might have been more guests. I was pleased with the two guests that we got, but I thought Paul could have really, really made some headlines by getting somebody like maybe Taylor Swift. Kanye would have been a controversial guest, but my goodness, that would have got people talking if that had happened. So yeah, fantastic. Look, guys, I am going to wrap this up now because it's 20 past flipping 1 in the morning here. And I thought this would be all done by midnight. It's been an absolute blast. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody who's joined. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it, and you've all contributed fantastically. So thank you very much. But I'm going to have to stop now because I think my throat's about to go. I need to go to the loo again. Would you believe? But anyway, those people who subscribed for tonight, thank you so much. I hope you stick with me because I do a lot of Beatles stuff. I do a lot of McCartney stuff. If you like Paul McCartney, then I hope that this is a channel that you can stick with. Yeah, I'm going to go now and I'm going to say thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you